I kind of like that name. Volume. Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you are new, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Today, we're going to be going over and talking about tech cards in Marvel Snap and how it's not like a tier list per se, but it's going to be like in a tier list like lineup. I'm going to talk about some Snap cards that I've been using that are tech cards where you can kind of just slide them in any deck and they will work. Now, that being said, you don't want to overrun your deck with just tech cards. You won't win like that, but slapping one or two of them in your deck, if they fit in, they feel good, they're probably really good for your deck, right? So, let me give you a fast example of a deck that I use that has some tech cards in it. Wham Bam Phantom X. So, tech cards are like Nico, Prowler, Gambit. Like, those are some tech cards. Obviously, they don't fit in every single deck, but, Prowler and Nico, they have a more optional range of going into different decks because of what they can do. So, let's go ahead and talk about it. Let me bring this. Let me bring this over if I can grab it. Hello, thank you. It's so gimmicky. Okay, let me drag this over. Yes, Surge. Hello there. So here we go. Tech cards. Let me zoom this in one. I will move myself right here. That's perfect. All right, so tech cards. How do I even break down what a tech card is supposed to do or what it does in Marvel Snap? So for those who are new, tech cards are cards that can lock down or give you, if they can either lock out cards or give you avenues to play something in a different way. The most like what I mean by that is like Cosmo can lock down a whole objective on his own or a whole field on his own and prevent on reveal cards, right? Luke Cage can prevent your whole team from being afflicted. Spider-Ham, you play some, you activate him, he'll disable a card in your opponent's hand. These are tech cards because they're doing something with an interaction that makes it where your opponent has to either consider, like they have to think about, oh, he did this, this could happen. If I play this here, I can't reveal, I can't afflict. Like, that makes your opponent think like, oh crap, I have to play around this or retreat. Essentially, that's what a tech card is. Or for the player using it, it's more so, oh, I open up a new avenue of playstyle, or I open up a new optional playstyle for this deck, and it works. Those are more so like Prowler and Nico. They give you options. You'll, like, for example, Prowler will draw you some cards, two of them, and it's like, oh, I could do this or this. Nico, every time she's in your hand, every turn that passes, she switches what her ability is. She has a lot of them, and you can kind of switch up your play on the spot depending on like what she's doing for you in that turn, right? So tech cards are very useful, but some of them are really broken. Some of them are kind of like overused, and others can kind of just fill in whatever you're looking for in your decks. So let's go over it. The first one I want to talk about is Cosmo. Cosmo is unironically just a balanced. He's an annoying piece of shit. That's what he is, or she is. Is Cosmo? She's annoying. I think it's a chick. I don't know. Either way, ongoing on-reveal abilities won't happen here. Most of the cards that I use or have used are on-reveal cards. So this one kind of tilts me because of what it's doing. Having the ability to lock down a whole site and cancel out on reveal can be very annoying, especially if you play it right before, for example, a destroy player plays his Carnage or Venom. Like if they're setting up for that turn 3 like destruction, and then like you slap down Cosmo, it irks people. It really does. Is Cosmo good? Yes. Is it going to fit in every deck? No. But it's very annoying to play against. I think this is one of the most annoying cards in Marvel Snap, and that's why it's going here. I don't think it's top tier. It's pretty good. I don't know if it's really good. I just think it's annoying to play against. Kate Bishop. Okay, so Kate Bishop is interesting because whenever she on reveal, she adds 2 arrows to your hand. She's a 2/3. And these arrows do different things. Let me lower myself for a second. So you have the on reveal, switch sides, and then you give them -2. On reveal, after you play your next card, move it to this location. Helps out with move. On reveal, if you play a card at this location next turn, +3 power. Pretty good. And then ongoing, if your side of this location is full, +3 power. So it gives you options. You can only get 2 of these. I think Kate Bishop is a solid card. I feel like her issue is that she only draws you 2, and there's 4 of them. So it's not like consistent. It's going to be really random and just dependent on like what you get. That being said, she is in some decks. She's being used in some decks, like zombie decks and whatnot. I think Kate Bishop is decent in the right situations. I'm not saying she's bad. I'm not saying she's good. I think she has too many options for how many cards you have to use. I think she can work, though. I do think she can work because she can send something negative over to the opponent that can hurt them. She can power up a certain side. She's got a little bit of everything, but nothing too much to make her like crazy. I think she's just a situational unit that can work in your deck. Luke Cage. This guy is broken. I don't really think there's any way to like go around it. This is a broken unit, unironically, because this single-handedly shuts down Afflict decks by itself. You play this, Afflict players have to straight up quit. Like if you're playing an Afflict deck like me, you see Luke Cage, you surrender. There's nothing you can do about it. It's not balanced, which sucks. I wish Luke Cage only protected those units on his location. That way, if you wanted to have more Luke Cages, you would just have to mass produce him and make other copies of him. He's an ongoing card, so you probably just copy him. I don't like the fact that he can just block out a whole area. I think he's super broken. That being said, I would say this is a top tech card. Not for every deck. I think he's one of those units you can just kind of slap in if you're afraid you're going to get afflicted for whatever reason. Afflict's not super popular right now because of him. Well, one of the reasons because of him. But, like, he is one of the reasons why Afflict will truly never be, like, overly powered. Or, I want to say overly powered. It's a play preference. He's pretty good. I think he's a really good top tech card to have in your arsenal. Red Guardian. Oh. You know, this I was having trouble trying to like figure out like where I would put this unit. So on reveal, afflict the lowest power enemy card here with -2 power and remove its text. That sounds so familiar, doesn't it? That was old Deafening Chord, but this guy's just better. Well, obviously better now. He's literally just Deafening Chord, but like as a unit. I'm glad they nerfed Deafening Chord. That stuff was so annoying. Red Guardian, annoying to play against. He's super good. It's kind of crazy because like I could throw him up here, but like you don't play him in every single deck. You could, but they're all. To be honest, like I'll do like this niche. You could put Red Guardian in any deck, and he would do his job. Like I'm not saying like you should. I'm saying you could, and he would do his job, which is disable someone and afflict negative to them. It's the disable that really gets people, because it's annoying. It is so annoying to go and get disabled. It's stupid annoying. I hate it, especially if the card is important. It's frustrating. Spider-Ham. Annoying to play against. So Spider-Ham is an activate card that replaces the text of a random card in your opponent's hand. This is hit or miss, but I promise you, it's annoying every single time. Like, there's not a situation where I see Spider-Ham and I get excited. I'm like, oh, it's just Spider. No, I'm just annoyed. This instantly makes me grief. This is a grief card. If you play Spider-Ham, you're griefing people. He's a 1/1. He's obviously not a very powerful card when it comes to his power, but he could disable a key combo in your opponent's hand, like Fing Fang Foom, Shulao, shoot, Phantom X, anything important that would require you to play like the turns 4 or 5s. He could hit that son bitch and make you grief. He's a griefer. This card is annoying to play against. I hate it. I think it's unhealthy. I honestly wish I'd see less of them, what I think I have, but like, tilts. It tilts. Cosmic Ghost Rider, really good. Cosmic Ghost Rider is really good. On reveal, remove the text from from the front row enemy cards here. Now, to be fair, this is a situational card, but it's really good when it happens. Also, it's quite expensive. Like, being a 5/6 means you're really relying on hitting something quite important. But that being said, I think he's really good. I don't think you put him in every single deck. I think this is made for a certain playstyle and a certain decks. But if you need to like remove something on the front line, whatever it is, whether it's energy, whether it's just weapon X, what else can go on the front line? Essentially anything that has to do with anything with their combo deck, Surge, like you could just disable it on the spot. 2 of them, by the way. It hits 2 of them. So you could disable armor. You could disable Luke Cage. You can disable Cosmo, like technically, like, well, no, it's on reveal. You can't. Essentially anything that anything that's not Cosmo, you can disable on the spot. Like, boof, you just disable their front row cards. Really strong. Really strong. In the right situations. Not every front row card is going to be like a high value target, but when they are high value targets in the front row, like Luke Cage, turn that shit off, and then like you're able to recook. Honestly, now I'm thinking about it, this card's cooks. Very good card. Next up is Shang-Chi. On reveal, destroy an enemy card here that has 10 or more power. This card has single-handedly made me lose games because of players playing it, which is why I don't really go big anymore. I try to stay under power 9 as much as possible because of this guy. I got tired of getting sniped by him. Obviously, not in every situation can it happen, but he's annoying. He's really annoying to go against. He's niche. I don't think you can slap him in every single deck. I think if you have a solid core 11 cards, you could fill him in and it would work. But I don't think he goes in every single deck. I think you're running him because you're afraid someone's going to get bigger than you, and you have the space to play him to knock out, I don't know, Zola, not Zola, like they Zola copy Black Panther. Bam. Snipe. Man Spider. Gets really big. Well, you can snipe one. Null. Snipe. Like there's a lot of decks that require you to get really tall. What I mean by tall is like really high power, and he is a solution to just potentially cut the legs out of that deck, at least a little bit. So very strong. A very strong card, very annoying to play against, especially if you like going tall. He can knock out some people. So next up, Rogue. Rogue is a very niche card. Not gonna call her bad. I think she's fine for what her purpose is. I think she works. There's a lot of canceling of ongoing cards. She's just the one I brought up because I've been Enchantress as well. You also have Echo, but Rogue is the one I wanted to talk about the most because I feel like this one is the one that people use the most because of how cheap she is to play. But she isn't necessarily the best one. She's just the easiest option to fill in because Enchantress costs a little too much for her ability. Unless you're going against the ongoing deck, then Enchantress is your best option. But Rogue is solid. She can cancel out Mystique. She can steal Iron Man powers. She can take away the power, whatever the ongoing effect is, and turn it into a positive for you. For example, they play Null, you play Rogue. I know I go to Null a lot, but Null is just an easiest option. And then she becomes Null, right? So she's decent in the right situations, but she's pretty it at the same time because you might not hit the right unit. So I'm bouncing back and forth between these two. I think she has the potential to be really good, like really good, if you steal the right thing. She has the potential to annoy your opponent, but like realistically, she's decent in the right situations. She's not like bad. She's just not like preferred in those situations when there's other options. She's just usable. Let us know. Now, I don't know if this should be called a tech card, to be honest with you. I'm going to include it as a tech card because she's the best energy card when it comes to just gaining energy. I think she's the best at it. She's better than Hope Summers in the right situation. She is very good as well because when you play her, players want to use her Ice Cube. So they don't want to break the Ice Cube right away. So it does prevent the fill for the opponent. They're trying to fill that location. It does prevent it a little bit, which means you could stealth in like something in that spot if they don't want to fill it and fill it for them, like a Hobgoblin or something. It's it's kind of a techie troll pick. Not her, the Hobgoblin, which is not really a tech card. It's just like if you want to play it, you can. I could put it in this list, but it's like it's one of those cards that works in certain decks. It's not. I don't know if I'd count it as a tech card though. It kind of is, but it's not. But Luna Snow, best energy card, best tech card because I think out of all the energies cards that we have, she's the easiest one to just throw in on any team. Like you can put her in any deck and she'll give you the benefit of one energy every turn, right? She works also with like Phantom X. She works with Destruction. She works with essentially anything that you play. Luna Snow can probably fit in that deck because she's giving you energy. She's she's 3/6, which is pretty good for the ability that she has. She's really strong. Luna Snow is really strong, right? Really strong. We have armor. Decent in the right situations. This is like the this will make a destroy player just leave the match if you play it in the right spot. This will literally shut down a destroy player. This also protects your stuff, so it's harder for the opponent to like destroy your stuff. So, example, if they have a Shang-Chi, it's harder for them to get to that because I disable this first, right? Armor, her power isn't crazy. She's a 2/3, but her value is that she's protecting your stuff and taking away the ability for those to destroy on their side if they're trying to avoid it. So like, I'm going back to this again, but if you play an armor, you get Hobgoblin and send it over, and they can't really do much about it, right? It's just she's got the tech to do some cool things, but it's not like doing anything amazing. It's just kind of decent in the right situations. Gambit. Oof. I'm bouncing between really good and top tier. It's hard to say. Gambit is a situational card that has literally won me games, but has literally lost me games. It's a back and forth love-hate relationship. I love this guy. He's my favorite Marvel character, but damn, he is the most inconsistent, consistent best card in the game at times. If that makes sense. On reveal, discard a card from your hand at random and destroy a random enemy card. Let me give you situations for this guy's coming really clutch. Played him. He sends away or he discards Marrow. Well, Marrow procs. Boop, 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 boop. Hits all 7 negative flicks, or whatever hits her total 7 negative flicks across a majority of units. Sometimes 1, sometimes a ton. And then Gambit snipes something really important. Wong. Like they have their Wong in play. And they're about to do their combo. He snipes it. Boom. They lose the game. You play him. They have a null. Bam. Snipes the null. Weapon X. Boom. Snipes Weapon X. A Man Spider. Boom. Snipes Man Spider. Like, when the situation happens, when you're taking out their win condition, he is the best card ever. However, happens a lot. They have an armor on their team. They have one card in that stupid thing, and like their whole field is loaded up, and he hits the one card that can't be killed. Useless. They're running Destroy deck against you. They have Wolverine, Weapon X, Nimrod. Well, guess what, buddy? Doesn't do shit. He just makes he either gonna give him energy, multiply the Nimrod, or hit the Wolverine and make it stronger, or Deadpool. It doesn't matter. Annoying. If you remove Destroy out of the picture and you're not playing him against Destroy, he's fantastic in most situations. as long as he's hitting a key card. However, he's also discarding from your hand, so that makes him like I know it says he's a 3/3, and you could consider playing him on turn 3. Most players who use Gambit, because it's the smarter way to play him, is you play him on the last turn of the game. That way, your hand is dealt, and you don't care what he throws out, right? You already have your field set up. You're tossing him out just as a YOLO of hope that he hits something. It is amazing. So, Gambit. He's top tech cards. He is a 100% top tech cards. But he can also be pretty in the switch up. No, but really. He's either the best thing in the world or the worst thing in the world. So he's really good. I think he's really good. He's also annoying to play against, and you'll make people quit on the spot if you keep like multiplying him or just redoing his ability and just cleaning the field up. It's funny. But like realistically, just as a standalone card, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's really good. Surge. I don't even know why I have Surge in here. Because she has her own style of decks. And for her deck, she's really good. But I feel like you could expand outside of the normal. Like if you wanted to, like, let's say you don't have a Luna Snow, you don't have a Hope Summers, you could Surge. In theory, you could Surge. I think Surge is really good. She's not. She's technically not a tech card. She is, but she isn't. She's a tech card to her own deck, but she's kind of like an energy card too, in a sorts. On reveal, give the top card of your deck 1- cost and +1 power. After this, you can replay. After you play it, repeat the ability. So, in theory, turn 2, you slap her down. You could just, top your deck, play top deck, play top deck, play top deck, play top. If the stars align, it could happen. If your deck's designed around like low cost cards, because honestly, this probably won't work with higher cost deck. Like it would work with like a 3 or 4 cost average deck. I would feel like 3 definitely. It could work. Though her most used situations is high Evo, and like her 1 power cost decks that make everything cost like 0 or whatever. There's decks like that. But I think her techiness is there because she's not only making 1 cost less, but she's also empowering your cards. Therefore, like I think there's something there where you could use her in other decks that have reasonable costs in them and are not reliant too hard on like full on combos. There could be something here, which is why I think she's really good. So yeah, Surge, super good. Is she technically a tech card? No, but you could consider her as one if you have the right combination of cards in your deck to make it where she can make your deck flow nicer. So yes, in a way, but no as well. It's like a yes no. It's in the gray area. Majestic Wing Beat. This is another one. Like I was going to throw Deafening Chord in here too, but like that's technically just Red Guardian. So Majestic Wing Beat is interesting. So this isn't something you just put in every single deck. I mean, you could. You could, in theory, put this in every single deck if you have a 5 cost or higher card in your deck. In theory, you could do it if you have maybe 2 or 3 of them. This is best with, like, Xiao or Fing Fang Foom. Or, like, Dragons. But the tech is there. Give the leftmost card in your hand +2 power if it costs 5 or more higher, minus the cost as well by 1. This has got some interesting tech to it, mainly because this could go in a majority of the decks that run higher power level cards that you could draw. Ajax works with this in theory. Xiao works with this. Like anything that's 5, 6 cost can work with this. So for that reason, it is definitely a tech card. I keep clicking that. That's annoying. So it's really, really good. Doesn't go every single deck. No, it doesn't go in every single deck. But you could play it in majority of your decks if you have the right card cost, and it could definitely pay off. It can definitely pay off. Master Mold. I wasn't going to put this card in here, but then I actually went against the person that played it, and it annoyed the shit out of me how annoying this card is. This card is borderline on the verge of being broken. It's borderline broken, but it isn't broken. Let me explain. So, in the game that I played against Monster Mole, the goal of their objective was to fill my hand to max it out every single turn. So they would manipulate it to make it to where I would always just draw Sentinels and I could never draw my deck. This is a tech that I've never really thought of until it would happen to me. It's a hand shutdown, which is annoying. If you can shut down your opponent's draw power and shut down the ability for them to play the game, you win the game. So it's not going to work in every single situation, obviously, but it's annoying to play against 100%. Playing against a Master Mold in the right deck where they can manipulate it to fill your hand with these shitty Sentinels is infuriating. So, really funny card. Just don't play it against me, otherwise I'm gonna key myself. All right, so we're down to the last two. Prowler. Oh, so this card, this man, okay, so Prowler is super cool. It's hard to not glaze this man as a person that uses him in a Phantom X deck, but you can play him in multiple style decks. He's got the move ability. So Prowler. On reveal, add 2 Thief tools to your hand. Set their cost to 0 if a card moved last turn. Now, this one right here, set the cost to 0 if the card moved last turn. This is exclusively for fighting a move deck or if you're planning on moving with your own cards. But the tools themselves, with the cost of what they are so good that you can remove this out of it and he would still be really good in most decks because of the viability of the Remote Mines, the Flight Harness, and the Vibro Shot Gauntlets. I think all of these cards are awesome tech. Awesome tech. So, my favorite one is the Remote Mines or the Gauntlets. I think the Gauntlets are just kind of free energy and also nice energy. For me, I put them on like Phantom X to make him a 9 powered, and he feels really good as a 9 power. And then the extra energy is super nice for the next turn. So like as long as like you have like you can slap those gauntlets on anyone that's strong, and it will help them out, right? Shoot, you can even slap it on Deadpool, and I'm sure it'd be fine because it gives him 2 extra power. I don't know, just in theory, it'd be fine. So yeah, gauntlets, awesome. Gives you energy, gives you power. Cost 1 or 0 depending on the situation. Amazing. The Remote Mines are some of my favorite things. So you can do a lot with these mines with the right fields. Even if your deck isn't designed around these, this is completely fine because you can still play them. Negative like the 2 highest things, which is -4 power to the opponent for that slot, right? So if you get the on-field location where it's like every time you play a card, you copy it and it goes back to your hand. You can spam mines the whole time and negative I had a game where I was playing against my buddy. It's a fun battle, and we got the field where it's like you play a card and it copies and goes back to your hand. I just spam Remote Mines on that thing the whole game. He was -20 by the end of it. It was hilarious. But like on a more like realistic like note, you can manipulate these since they're unrevealed. You can technically like replay them and make them detonate again. Just the power of -4 alone is already strong in my opinion for 1 cost. So the Remote Mines are really fun as well. I think this is a really fun gimmick. It's just a fun card. Nice animations, fun to use. The Flight Harness is another one that's actually unironically clutched a few games for me when I'm not even a move deck. So, on reveal, give your highest power card here +1 power and remove to the right. I think like when you look at this card and read it, it's like, oh, it's just +1 power and it moves to the right. It doesn't sound that crazy because it really isn't. It's not a crazy card. It's a really simple, straightforward card. If you play in the middle or to the left slot, this can help you. You can technically play it in the right slot and give 1+ power, but it's like you're really desperate for power at that point. So in the right situation for like with this card, for example, if you get a field, it's like you cannot play here. He will play there because it's a Flight Harness. You can fly to the right to land in that location as long as it's on the right or like far right or middle, right? He can move cards to places where they should not be able to go, which is nice. It's more so it's a tech to move either out of a bad situation to a better situation or move to a situation that you can't get into to begin with because it's locked off. He gives you that option. That card gives you that option to potentially play in that spot. And it has come in clutch for me a few times, more than a few times. It's kind of crazy how good this card is at times. Other times I'm like, I drew a Flight Harness. I wish I got something else. I personally prefer the Remote Mines and the Shock Gauntlets. Those are my two preferred. But this isn't like Kate Bishop where you're drawing 4 cards. It's 3. So you have a pretty good chance of getting something that you really want. If you get the Gauntlets, good in every single game you play in. Get the Remote Mines, good in majority of games you play in, as long as you know Luke Cage. Get the Harness, it's more situational, but it puts you in a situation where you might want to use something in another location. For example, you're running the Kitty Pryde deck and you have Lockheed, right? Well, if he's your only card in that location holding it down and they're not playing in that location and they're playing in, location next to it, you could play Flight Harness, move him over, and then Fireball. Just saying. There's some tech here with decks that you might not know about that people play, but they don't use Prowler because they overlook the ideas and the creativity that what this card can bring. Now, I will tell you, Prowler takes a little skill to use, unironically, because of the Harnessed. I think that is a skill-based card if you're not a move player. It could backfire. But it can be really good in the right situations. The Remote Mines are straightforward. You blast whatever field's got 2 really strong cards on it that you want to lower. And the On Reveal +2 energy, or +1 energy, +2 power is just straightforward. You don't have to think about it. But the Harness, it takes a little bit of strategy to use it properly. That's the reason I'm going to throw Prowler straight to the top of this list. Prowler is really freaking good. Really good. Unironically really good. I would probably run him in most of my if I needed just to fill out a tech card in my deck, I'm throwing Prowler in it. He's an easy slide in for most decks. His cost is affordable. 3/4 is not too bad. You can play it in most situations on turn 5 before the game ends, or turn 6 if you have Magic. Because you definitely want to play his tech. His tech has got tech in it, so it's great. His tech is teching. So really good. And then the last card on this list is Nico. I think she's the easiest card to play in any situation. On reveal, after you play your next card, cast a spell. Oh, it doesn't show her spells. Or if it does, it's down at the bottom. Show your spells? No, you don't show your spells. Okay, so I'll go in the game to do this. Since I have her. There's a list. On reveal, after you play your next card, double this card's power. I think this is the worst one of them all. On reveal, after you play a card, you can add a copy to your hand. You can copy Prowler, you can copy Phantom Eggs, you can copy Venom, you can copy anything of value, essentially doubling down on your win condition. On reveal, after you play your next card, replace that card's location. It's a gamble, but can come in clutch. Let's say they play a Magic, you don't want the game end on turn 7. You can potentially strip that win away if they're playing for turn 7. Or if there's a shitty locations, you can potentially switch the location. On reveal, after you play your next card, give it +2 power. It's not the best, it's not the worst, it depends on the situation. I think for Deadpool, this is really good. I think for some other cards, it can be pretty okay, depending what the card is. In most situations, you probably don't play this, but it can help you. It's probably the second worst one in my opinion, or it's equal to the location one. It's not bad, it's just not, it depends. On reveal, after you play your next card, move it to the location to the right. She'll fit in the move deck. If you really want to move your stuff around, this could work. It can work depending what you're trying to do. It works. I've used it outside of move decks. Honestly, I've used it in some decks that I'm running right now, like my Phantom X deck. I've used it just to move my Phantom X out of a bad situation, or from a bad situation, or this procs Prowler. So it works. And then my favorite one. On reveal, after you play your next card, destroy it and draw 2 cards. This is my favorite one because this lets you play your whole deck. This alone, drawing 2 cards, is all you have to do to play your whole deck in a 7-turn game. So you need Magic, obviously, but this allows you to play your whole deck, which is why I think it's so good and can be utilized in any single deck. You can just toss something you don't need out for that game, destroy it. For me, in most situations, when it comes to this deck, I can just kill the Carnage. I brought Carnage to destroy to activate Phantom X. Well, I don't need Carnage. I can also just detonate them to blow them up. I can detonate Maru, blow her up. You know, I can play the Hazmat on reveal, detonate her, draw 2 cards. Like, there's enough tech in here where with her being able to just draw me cards where this works fantastic. So, for that reason, really freaking good. I don't know if I should order these. Like, it's even if I were to like lower all of these down 1, right? Because in truth, this is well, I mean, Surge isn't really knowing to play against. It's just in theories, right? I could go like this, and that would tell you the 2 best tech cards in the game, in my opinion. Brawler, Nico. I think they are the most flexible to the most decks. Right? I think those 2 cards alone are the. If you have the option to buy these cards, I think you should. They make your playtime or they make your play experience a lot more fun. They make your decks just have more options to win. They're very strong and they work in a lot of decks. Luna Snow's also one of the. She's good. Luna Snow's good, right? So yes, I think if you see Prowler and or Nico, you will not feel bad about spending 6,000 tokens for them. You won't feel bad. I bought both of these for 6,000. I don't regret it. There's cards that I do regret. Like, oh, I should have threw. I missed one. Where is she? Where is she? I got. It's not that she's bad. It's not that she's broken. It's not. If I can find her, I'll talk about her. If not, I'll just go to my. I'll go to another deck. Well, I was like, oh, this could be awesome in a lot of decks. Turns out, not as awesome as I was hoping. It's good, but it's not like broken or anything. Where is she? I'll just go. I'll go to the game and talk about it. So there's another one I was considering or just thought of that I could throw in this list, which is more X. This is technically a tech card, but it's not as flexible as the other ones because it's like when destroyed, so you have to destroy her. Get a copy of your opening hand. This is a card that I think is for 6K can be good if you're a destroy player for like certain decks of destroy, but she doesn't go in every single deck. But like I didn't put her in the list, so I don't have to talk about her. But I spent 6K for her, and I kind of regret it. I don't think she's worth 6K all the time. She can be in the right situation, but like she can backfire, or just she can be useless if your hand opening a hand sucks. So it depends. It really honestly depends. It goes both ways for her. It just depends. But anyway, that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. That is my breakdown of like the tech cards. Now there are more. Obviously, Deafening Gourd is one of them. Killmonger, I guess, can technically be old one, but like I don't really want to bring up ones that are like used in like. I just want to give like a majority, like or like of different kinds of tech cards that you could use. Not all of them. It's just like the ones that I look at and I'm like, damn, I spent 6K for those, and I'm loving it. Prowler Nico, fantastic. Luna Snow, fantastic. Red Guardian, so annoying to fight against and so good. Luke Cage, disables the... Oh, is he a top card? He's really good. He's busted. He's technically, he shuts down a whole deck, so yes. So yeah, so there you guys go. Hope you enjoyed it. And let me know what you guys think of this. And if you would like me to make more videos like this in the future, talking about Series 3 cards, Series 4 cards, Series 5 cards, I could do something like this. Keep in mind, I'm still new. The only series I have completed is Series 3. But you know, I've played against enough of these cards to like have a good understanding of how they work and what I like or dislike about them when they're used against me. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good one.